And so it was for $443,000, 13.3K commission,
It's incredible.
biggest one they ever had.
How are you doing today, Elliot?
I'm doing great, doing awesome.
So how did we cross paths, Elliot? How did you end up in BLB in the first place?
We crossed paths maybe around October of 22.
Oh, wow. It's been a while.
Yeah, yeah, and kind of found a service searching around online. Good marketing, even better marketing now. But back then, marketing for the BLB was pretty strong, and just found it. Thought it was interesting. I already was working in funding and lending in some capacity, and this was kind of going to be like, okay, this could be my backbone. This could be my go-to situation. So it wasn't like I was completely a novice, but this was going to be the first time I could kind of be independent and do my own thing without having other help from other people in the past. I was kind of bridging and attaching myself to other people that were kind of taking the majority of my
Sure.
so I wanted to get away from that. And this was the perfect time to study it all and transition. And now I've been independent for a long time. And of course, I work with a lot of the other heavy hitters behind the scenes, more talking, never really funding with them, but just kind of talking and doing stuff behind the scene because the community that the BLB has brought. But my whole thing is I've been riding and dying with the BLB ever since. Seeing the updates, looking at the group. I don't participate quite as much in the group, but I get the notifications. I'm cheering on. I'm looking at stuff, and it's completely different from 22 right now. I mean, so
Yeah. 22 was, we were trying, but that when you start having a massive community, things change. And, as you probably see, this is what I do. Like my job is to keep improving it because I think people join the program, but I think the biggest benefit is the community, which I can't do myself, right? People, valuable people like you. I'm grateful, thank God, that we attracted a lot of amazing people. And the community, as you can see, it kind of runs itself. I see sometimes other communities, they have to manage it and they have to ban people. Our
yes,
people are amazing. Like that's just
yeah.
incredible.
Yes, I mean, you don't see it. It's all, credit to God and credit to what you established and how you built it. And it does come from the leadership. You're a great leader, role
Thank you.
model, and, it kind of comes from the head. You don't want to really upset what's been established because you're going to
Yes.
stand out like a sore thumb. The other groups that have those problems have other people in there that have problems too, and they become a civil war in there.
Yes. I'm in some of them. I'm like, gosh, this is toxic. Like, this is dangerous.
So this is very unique. I love it. The camaraderie, the build up, something for some people so new and so green to experience to be able to kind of be on equal footing and
Yeah.
community. That's amazing. And I love it.
Thank you. And we owe it to members like you too. Like honestly, I can't take the credit for it. We somehow managed to attract the right people. We try to be the right people, do the right thing. But when you have like 7,000 people, it's a lot of people and rowing towards the same direction. And it takes a lot of management. That's why I don't like 2021. Yeah. So I sold all of my real estate. I said, I need to be 100% BLB. Like this is my passion, obviously. But then as you add more people, you feel the responsibility on your shoulders. Like these people believe in what we offer them and they want to be a part of it and they deserve. And I think that doing certain things kind of repel the wrong people and allow us to attract the right people in a way.
believe it is. I know that lately, I just did the deal for the restaurant and I'm working on some more marketing to kind of push a little bit more to that. But my main focus has mainly been real estate,
Sure.
fix and flipping, new construction, DSCRs, more of that. But I do all of the other things too because I have the knowledge and the skill set from the BLB to do those things. So I'm kind of half generalist, but I'm kind of a specialist too.
Okay. Okay.
And one of the things that I did, I remember, you might not remember, but last year, like it was summer or July, I had with like the biggest slot funding thing that they put in there.
Oh, yeah. I remember.
Asked me, hey, can we create a poster about this? So I said, yeah. Can we put it in the BLB? I said, yeah, go ahead. And so it was for $443,000, 13.3K commission.
That's incredible.
Biggest one they ever had. And it's still flying in the group and it's still placing that on promotions because, they do training
Of
every so
course.
often. They still put that out there. So I'm very proud of that. It was a really good situation. I didn't know when I did it that that was the biggest.
Hi there. If you're enjoying this video so far, there are two ways that you can get more out of it. One is if you like this video and subscribe to this channel, you're going to get access to a lot more content like this. And number two is there's a link right below this video for you to get more information and schedule a call with our expert team to find out if becoming a business loan broker is the right fit for you. Now, back to the video. Well, depends on the lending option, right, Elliot? So when you're in real estate, 400, 450 is not a lot, but for certain funding options, it is a lot. You were being reached out to me because obviously I didn't know you in person back then. I was like, dude, we just did this with a BLB member. This is like crazy. And they started sharing and blowing it up. That's why before the call, I look you up. I'm like, this guy goes back a lot older than I can see here. I need to ask him when he joined. Like, it's not like 2 months ago. He's been with us for a while. It's like full BLB. That's incredible. So you're utilizing all the partnerships and whatnot internally for different products. And there's nothing wrong with that. I talk about niching down. It's good to have a niche, but at the same time, we're business owners. We're going to take advantage of the opportunities. If someone is coming to you for that type of funding, good to have know that we have resources and partners who can handle it. Doesn't mean that you're going to be like a guy, but it doesn't mean that, but you monetize on it. Well, customer is happy. You're happy. Happy. Everyone is happy,
Yeah, I'm honored also to be able to talk to you because, I told my wife about you and, we've been following you and mentoring you a lot for a while. And anybody who comes to us, we say, yeah, this is where you want to go if you want to get into this industry. Really good industry to transition to. I mean, I don't have to go over all the points. You do very great on all your videos.
Thank you.
I want to get into something like this and how easy it is if you're determined to do it, to get into it. But it's really, you can't get too much more of an honest business. And especially with the way the world is forming right now, everything that's happening in the political space right now, we are the gatekeepers of America great, because that's why me being retired from the Navy and the post office, why I got into this, because I wanted to stay on the front lines to keep the economy going.
Yes.
With moving capital. That's the only reason why. I could be sitting back right now. I tell everybody, because I'm more of a consultant, and I tell everybody, hey, I don't have to be doing this. I could just be drawing 2 checks from the government, whatever. But I've been in the government so long. I had 30 years in the government when I was 48. I started at 18. And so I just love America, and I love Americans, and I love the economy. And I just can't afford to let the political landscape destroy our country because they don't want to move capital right. And they do is line up their pocket. So the banks, especially after COVID and the way the political is now, they have just been crushing, saying no to business owners and getting funding and being able to keep it. They don't care. All of their futures are in the pocket. They could care less about the regular American. So it's people like us, you and me, and everybody in the BLB, that's really, in my opinion, is what's keeping the economy going.
Amen. First of all, thank you for your service. I appreciate what you did, but it's giving me chills when you mention it because, America gave me a chance. I'm an immigrant guy, right? Came here, believed in the American dream, built businesses. Like you said, I don't have to do BLB. I can just get paid by like 10 big consulting deals and stay home and no one knows who I am. But then when you get an opportunity and you see what it does and you see other people not knowing what to do, it's almost like an obligation to coach and guide them. Like, we're put on the earth by God to do something, right? It's not just make money, but make some kind of impact, hopefully the right impact. But like what the direction is, I see, especially younger people, more and more of them are lost and not knowing what to do. And the banks, I always say, banks are not your friends, man. Like they're not out to watch out for you. Like worst case for them is they lose your money and they get bailed out. Like that's, there's no worst case for them, but for other people, it can be ruining their lives and they just don't know what they don't know. And we have to stand at the guard of teaching the right thing and encouraging people and showing them the way that it works. You just got to just believe in a system and follow that. And that I'm glad that we have that shared responsibility towards our fellow human beings, no matter where they are from,
Yes. So that's what I loved about, and I picked all that up from all of your videos and everything. I picked that up even before you said all of that. So I already knew that we had that shared chemistry in that level. Everybody's good, but then there's a few of us that's running this on a little bit of even of a higher power than some people are. Because, there's nothing wrong. There's some people out here are strictly to have a good life, good family. There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
But we know that if you can peel back the layers, it's way more important than what we're doing right here with this money. Because if these businesses start shutting down, that's employees, that's cities turning into ghost towns.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about a lot of bad stuff that can happen.
And crime rate going up, right? What's the source of crime? When
Property
you think
value
about
going
it,
down,
yes.
everything. We have to hold the line to keep the money moving. And that's what we're doing. And that's why I feel that this is not a job for me. This is a responsibility for me.
That's awesome. Amen to that.